I feel like we have to talk about something serious. Not really serious, but pop culture serious, especially in the world of branding. And to be quite honest, it really brings up another element of communications, which is more in the public relations field, and it's called crisis management. Let's get into it. This won't be fun. Drake. What can we say, right? That hasn't been said already. Not like us. That's the theme of 2024. We're going into 2025. A Super Bowl's on the way in February. The song is still trending. The guy has a new album. His name is Kendrick Lamar. He's now created a complete antithesis to what Drake has done in the pop music world, especially its subset of commercial rap music. And I'm gonna make sure that I definitely let you know there's a difference between hip hop culture and commercial rap music, which is a product versus a culture. But anyway, that's me being a slight old head. But regardless, what I want you to understand is that in the world of branding, right, you have to be very sensitive to the nuances and the cultural mores of the audiences with you serve. Now, hip hop being a culture, and this is where the definitions are important, that has a whole different universality that has everything to do with adherence to the culture. Remember breakdancing, remember, also known as b-boying, remember graffiti or just general art. Obviously, Basquiat comes into play, not known as a straight graffiti artist, but his graffiti is considered art and he is an artist. And shout out to every graffiti artist because you've always been artists. But commercial rap music is something different. It's a corporate byproduct of hip hop culture, something that's been co-opted. Some would even say bastardized in relation to what the core tenets of hip hop is. However, it is the most popular and dominant form of music currently worldwide. Now, Drake, the leader of the pack, right? Because his merger of pop culture with hip hop tenets, AKA the subset of commercial rap music tenets, has now been compromised, not only by Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us or overall winning of the battle, which is a pure hip hop tenet, but his recent lawsuit. Why? Because perception is everything in branding. Perception means branding and branding means perception. You cannot, in the subsets of hip hop cultural mores, sue during a battle. Now, for those who have been under a rock in the world of pop culture, which if you have been, salute to you, because the noise is louder than ever. Drake has sued Universal Music Group, not Kendrick Lamar, by the way. Let's make it very clear. Not Kendrick Lamar. He sued Universal Music Group. But while suing Universal Music Group for defamation, he's also suing, saying that they utilized what would be considered unfair practices to stop his music career, such as employing bots, PAYOLA to pay people to boost the prestige of the Not Like Us. So he's saying it's being taken out of the organic growth that it gained from the audience that consumed the song and enjoyed it, and is now fully in the realm of being boosted by what he would call or refer to as probably nefarious tactics on the behalf of the music industry. Now, let's be very clear. Payola is nothing new. I mean, we've heard about this forever. We've all seen movies like Dreamgirls, I think, and I forgot other movies, Five Heartbeats, I think, where we saw the shady manager going onto the side of the record label or the radio station and paying the DJ to boost the song. Or if you're familiar with like Young Jeezy's career, there's always been allegations that BMF, the criminal drug empire that fell down unceremoniously and now has been rebirthed by 50 Cent in the TV shows on Stars Network, that they were paying DJs to play Young Jeezy songs early in his career in Atlanta, and that's what gave him the boost to give him all the extra deals that he received from Def Jam, from Bad Boy, and so on and so forth, right? This is nothing new. In fact, I would contend that possibly Drake was someone that benefited from Payola, which is what's gonna probably long-term hurt, if proven, his case against Lamar's parent company of UMG when it comes to the Not Like Us lawsuit. But here's the main thing in relation to branding. Within hip hop, there's a battle, there's a winner, there's a loser. And the moment you start suing the corporate parent of the perceived winner, not only is you looked at as the bigger loser, right, because you couldn't win from your lyrics, but you're also looked at in hip hop culture as someone that is defying the cultural mores, morality clauses, whatever you want to call it, of what to do in a situation like this. Nobody gets props in hip hop culture, especially in the commercial rap space, for running to an attorney who runs to a courtroom to say the guy who beat me used shady practices. The guy who beat me defamed my name. Mind you, in commercial rap music, I'll say again, it is full of lies and over-exaggerations. So the fact that Kendrick Lamar said things that were not so nice, you know, taking his certified lover boy title from Drake, one of Drake's albums, to calling him a certified pedophile is a horrible thing to say about somebody, right? Clearly. But at the end of the day, there is such a thing as creative license. There's an amendment for freedom of speech. So to that end, are we fact-checking everything Drake has said in a rap song? Or just fact-checking what Kendrick Lamar said that's defamatory, and then blaming the parent company for releasing something defamatory? I don't think that's going to be accepted. And additionally, when you're talking about cultural cachet, when you're talking about your brand overall surviving in a marketplace, it's one of the quickest ways to probably create brand suicide. Listen, I understand nothing's worse than losing a battle, especially when you're on the top of the mountain. But I think it's very clear, right? When aggrieved, Drake will revert to business practices and not cultural demands, which are you come with a better creative product to negate the creative product that the popular consensus says has now ended the battle. And if I'm not mistaken, Drake is the same person that for a time looked like the winner in a battle against Meek Mill. Did Meek Mill sue? I don't think so. He took the L. However you feel about Meek Mill, I think he knew the cultural cachet he's built from his career would be obliterated in this space if they believed his resort would be to sue from having a bruised ego. Listen, branding is a unique science. And again, I'm going to tell you, whoever his publicist is, it's called crisis management. And I know a few great publicists, Drake, that could have helped you all the way out. I get it with the lawsuit. You've probably seen some losses to your income. I know you got Air Drake and dope planes and all this other stuff. So you look like you have a hefty bill every year. I mean, every month, excuse me. You know what I mean? Living expenses are going up, baby, and it's cold in Canada. But I will say this, in the world of branding, which is where I play, Drake, remember one thing. Every industry has its own set of rules, guidelines, roles, and responsibilities. And as the artist, as the product, going to the court when losing a creative battle, well, there's one word 50 Cent coined, and I hate to bring it up, but it's called Wanksta. Much love. By the way, shout out to Kiana Clark Art and the DMV League of Artists. You see what's behind me. It just felt so appropriate in this thing because, yeah, there's another artist that made, in my mind, a sidestep when they were on the top and started speaking a little too freely, which then started a reverberation effect across all their other verticals from their pop culture space. Yeah, this guy right here. You see what it says on the hat, right? Make me great again. I want to say that's the brand surrounding the person screaming for some help. You already know.